Should we play this Donald Trump Jr. losing it? Oh,
This
no.
is sad.
Is it sad?
I think it's sad. I think because he's trying to do
Really?
an impression of his dad, it seems like.
Well,
All right, let's do it.
that's his whole life.
Well, in
It's
that
not
case-
sad.
In that case, it's happy for me. Here is Donald Trump Jr. Apparently, what time did he post this? Do we know?
Probably late.
January 21st at 9:30 a.m.
Oh,
January 21st at 9:30 a.m. All right. Well, is that a
that means his
is
state
that a
seems
Sunday
a little.
Sunday morning? Could have been an all-night type of situation.
I think every day
Or
Saturday
maybe there is
night
no
for-
time.
There's no
Yeah. What am I saying? Yeah, like it's not like he's going into work on some days or something. Here is Donald Trump Jr. On his Facebook rant.
End of message. Guys, Joe Biden is at it again. Reading the instructions from the teleprompter and not being able to decipher what's the quote and what's the message. He did it again earlier this week with United Steak of America. At least that's what it sounded like to me. He waved like a little child to Vladimir Putin in their meeting, virtual meeting, because, can't put Joe Biden in the same room as someone. He might let one rip. Guys, Joe Biden is what stands between us and a nuclear-capable China. Joe Biden is the guy they're going to call at 3 in the morning.
Hillary.
If there's a serious crisis with Russia, the guy that can't tell when he's supposed to stop reading the instructions. He's like Ron Burgundy, but with the real role, right? You put it on the teleprompter, Joe will read it. And it's not like he's new to this. It's not like he hasn't spent his life doing this, Half a century in the United States Senate. He still
Can I
can't
ask you a
tell.
question? I don't understand. Does he have some type of does he need glass? Does he realize how close he is to the camera? He's yelling and he's holding his phone like this and he's yelling to the thing.
United Steak of America actually sounds like a great restaurant name, but that's
I mean, it's very. I mean, I don't think Joe's the most adept at reading from prompter, but if you just remember this, just one moment that came to mind for me. If Bradley, you have this. This is Trump in 2019, talking about how our army took over the airports. The Continental Army took over the airports, and he blamed this later on his prompter wasn't working correctly.
Right.
Okay,
Play this. Continental Army took over the airports.
1781.
Well.
Oh, you have already.
The Continental Army suffered a bitter winter of Valley Forge, found glory across the waters of the Delaware, and seized victory from Cornwallis of Yorktown. Our army manned the airport. It ran the ramparts. It took over the airports. It did everything it had to do.
Wait, go back. He didn't, he was so not listening to what he was talking about that he couldn't the ramparts, and then they did everything. They took the airports, they took everything that was there. Maybe he meant future airports.
he hated these presidential lofty Go America speeches. He just wanted to riff and talk shit.
Someone should do a mashup of the two.
In chief, the Continental Army suffered a bitter winter of Valley Forge, found glory across the waters of the Delaware, and seized victory from Cornwallis of Yorktown. Our army manned the airport. It ran the ramparts. It took over the airports. It did everything it had to do.
It did it all.
McHenry,
They
under
did
the
it all.
rocket's red glare, it had nothing but victory.
Rockets
And
red
when
glare.
dawn came,
You can see it
their
from the air.
spangled banner
I can see it
waved
from the airlines.
They took over
was-
where Boston Logan International Airport would be.
In the future, and BWI, they took it over the area.
Cornwallis,
where it
the
would
Cornwallis of Yorktown, though, not
Yeah.
the other Cornwallis that you might be thinking of.
Exactly.
The food.
All of the things they did were great, and they won the war. There it is.
Sponsored by Southwest Airlines.
They're gonna do all the things they won. Oh my
He
god.
doesn't even know who Cornwallis is. He's
Lots of
It's
Yorkshire
really
to
gonna
you.
suck when he's president again. I'll tell you.
Oh God. Or when Don Jr. Wait, but do we know, is like Don Jr. on something? He's gotta be.
We don't know, but the point is that he does not have
He's
the
on
talent.
Fuego.
Yeah. He doesn't have the talent to do what his dad does, right?
No.
So he's just like constantly grasping for some sort of validation that he's maybe like him and chemical or
But do you think it's-
otherwise. He provides his brain with some relief.
Do you think he takes that like video and then like texts his dad and goes like, "Dad, check this out. I just dropped this on Facebook."
No, he gets like some
Like it's not so much that he wants to be like his dad, but he wants to impress his dad.
Right. And when he's on Facebook and he's streaming to all these like boomers that love Trump, they're giving him like, "So true, Don, so true." And he's like, finally, the feeling of it's not the real acceptance I seek,
I'm loved.
but it's a good substitute. And so,
His profile picture is still him standing behind his dad in the Oval Office, and his dad's looking at the camera. It's very sad. I mean, it's deserved, but it's sad.
And they took over the airports.
He's like, fuck it, I'll just say the airports.
Airports.
Sounds better. We don't know what a rampart is anyways.
They ran to the
American.
ramparts and took over the airport.
And the airports. And the,
The ramparts.
tanks and the airports.
That's kind of like what he does, though. His whole shtick was pitting people against each other on The Apprentice, in the White House, his children. You know, they're all just trying to seek his approval.
Oh,
it's very Succession.